I'm David Katz with thepostgame.com, and today we're joined by Hall of Famer Derrick Brooks. Derrick, thank you for joining us.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So talk to us a little bit about what Super Bowl week is like for you this time compared to the way it was in Super Bowl 37 when you came in as a player and ended up winning the Super Bowl.
Well, first thing is we did not have a bye week. So the build-up, and that was the last year, of the non-bye week. So now every Super Bowl has the build-up of the event. So it was business as usual for us, which, looking back, was probably pretty good. We did not have a lot of time to think about what we did in beating Philadelphia, which was our playoff nemesis.
Yeah.
Got out to San Diego out west and really jumped into business mode from day one, and we were able to keep that focus throughout the week. So much of my memory is about the game and really just trying to soak in what it meant for our organization to be in that point. And obviously we went out and executed a pretty good game plan.
Yes, you did. Speaking of nice plays in that game, you had a 44-yard interception return for a touchdown. Walk us through that moment.
Well, it was a play that I was breaking on the ball, and I saw Rich Gannon drop back, and he looked away from me, and I saw him release, and I broke, and thank God I was able to catch it. And thank God even more, I ran as I was telling myself, don't fall, and scored a game-clinching touchdown for us.
Yeah, I was at that game. That was a tremendous play. It was a lot of fun. So you're a rarity in the NFL in that you played your entire career with one team, which makes you a local legend in Tampa, not just a Hall of Fame legend. What's it like? How special is that to have played your entire career with one team?
I think I appreciated that more when I look back and expanded on that. I played my whole career in the state of Florida, from high school to college to pro, and that's where that specialness started to feel, because I felt I represented the state as a true Florida constituent. So I think it all with a great deal of gratitude, knowing that I was able to stay close to home, and at the same time continue to make a franchise relevant who had been through some pretty much losing seasons, but I was able to be there to be a part of the turnaround.
So your coach at that time, Mr. Jon Gruden, is now a fancy guy, sitting up in the broadcast booth. What do you think about him as a broadcaster, and do you think he'll ever head coach again?
I think he's doing a wonderful job as a broadcaster. No, I do not think he'll coach again. I mean, honestly, he's putting in a lot of work to be good at his craft and trying to bring the game to the fans at home on Monday night. And thus far, he's done a great job of it, and I don't expect him on the sideline no time soon.
So the NFL has made a lot of rule changes to help with player safety. What do you think about these rules? Have they gone too far? Have they gone just far enough? Should they go further?
Well, anytime you make the game better for these reasons, it's a good thing. This is where the evolution of the game has become. Player safety is a very big issue, and they're doing the best they can to tackle that. It's always going to be a judgment call in terms of too much, not enough. The guys got to go out there and conform and play the game that they're into now. And part of that is conforming to some plays that may have been all right during my time, but they're not all right as part of today's game.
Do you think that the new rules are fair for the defense, or is it just way too much of an offensive-focused league right now?
As I said before, it's about what a game is. And some limitations are limitations if that's how you see it. But if you change to look at it in a different direction, you can use it as an asset and not as an excuse.
Have you seen the movie Concussion?
Yes, I have seen the trailer for it.
What do you think about the film, and is that something that you talk about with your former players and friends and colleagues?
Well, in my circles, I continue to keep it individually, and obviously it brought some awareness to some issues that we knew were out there. Now, what we do with it, that always goes back to the individual. As for me, I just continue to try to keep myself in the best health that I possibly can, and if anything go wrong, make sure I communicate that to my doctors.
Fantastic. So you've played against Peyton Manning. He's still in the league. It's hard to believe. What do you think when you watch Peyton Manning today versus when you saw him back then? How is that evolution, devolution?
Different team. He's evolved his game. Depending on others a lot more than he has in the past, having to deal with injuries at this point in his career. And I'm proud of the fact that he's been able to lead this team in various forms and get them to this point. And Denver defenses has done their job as well. So the league has been rewarded. The best two teams throughout the regular season are representing themselves today. And speaking of the best, that's what I'm here today, to represent Kay Jewelers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Tell us about Kay Jewelers and your relationship with them.
Well, they are the official jeweler of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They are the designers of our custom ring of excellence.
Phenomenal.
And they're going back now and making sure all the older Hall of Famers, dating back to now, get the new design of the new ring.
Fantastic.
And that's a beautiful thing that they're doing. Also, in doing that, they've established, for me, a partnership with us men by custom designing jewelry.
Nice.
So if your wife got ideas or significant other ideas in their head, they can go there and Kay can design and make them on the spot. So visit Kay.com or go to a Kay store. Guys, we're only 9 days away from a big day.
From the big day, and we're not talking the Super Bowl.
Oh, exactly. A day that's bigger than that for some. So obviously, spend some time, go to Kay Jewels, or a millennial shopper, go online, Kay.com, and spend the Valentine's Day wisely.
Fantastic. Two more quick questions for you. You are an expert on linebacker play, obviously. You wrote how people should play that position. What do you think about how the position's being played today? Who are really the best at that craft right now?
I think in this game you got a couple guys that different styles of play, but yet they're having success. Von Miller, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis. These guys play very different defenses, but do it from a linebacker perspective. A traditional 4-3 in Carolina, what I was used to playing, to a 3-4, which has been a Wade Phillips staple in running defenses. So I try to appreciate them all in their own environment, man. I don't like to get into comparing one against the other, because I think I take away from the individual greatness of them. So I try to appreciate what they're playing, understand their roles and how good they are at doing their roles.
As a Tampa Bay Buccaneer emissary, it's pretty exciting times down there having Jameis Winston as your quarterback. What do you think of his first season, and where do you think he's going to be able to take the franchise?
I think they went trending in the right direction, from 2 wins to 6. Improvement. Obviously wasn't good enough because they made a change at the head coaching position. But I think they're going in the right direction, and this young man continues to keep his nose down, work hard off the field, which he does. I think there's enough pieces in place to make Tampa relevant again.
Fantastic. Derrick Brooks, thank you very much.